Hi, I'm Kelley Knickerbocker here at Mosaic Arts Online to share with you a course on surface treatments. So this is finishing school, surface treatments for mosaics. And what that means is how can we impact the appearance of the surface of a mosaic? We can impact the color, the reflectivity, and the texture. So those are all the things we're going to talk about. And some of the ways we can do that, we need to plan at the beginning to create a texture, and then how we are going to impact it comes at the end. So, and then some of the techniques we can do at the very end when the mosaic is finished, if it's the right material. So we will talk about different materials: stone, ceramic, unglazed porcelain, different types of stone and different types of ceramics that are porous or not porous, and how would we treat those? What products would we use if it's porous, if it's not porous? How would we apply those? That's what we're going to be talking about. And so we go through several different types of materials and talk about what you might do to give shine, to take away shine, to give color, and to give extra texture. So we also talk a bit of technical stuff about products. We're going to deglaze glass to make it something unexpected. It's usually shiny, and we can deglaze it and make it like beach glass with using these products. And we're also going to talk about Gilder's paste wax. Oh, I love this so much. It's an oil-based product, which is really tough and burly, and we're going to use that on certain other textures and materials. So I'm really excited. This is what we're going to do. And at the end, we talk about how we make those things stay, those surface treatments. If we're adding a product, how do we fix it or get it to stay on and protect our mosaic? So that's kind of the whole of what we're doing. You see a lot of before and afters. I'm going to show you how dramatic some of these before and then after, the effects you can do. So it's very exciting. I'm excited about this workshop, and I know you will be too. So let's do it. Let's create some texture, color, and reflectivity changes.
Kelley, thank you so much for coming to Mosaic Arts Online and bringing this really fun and really unique course. I'm so excited about this one.
Thank you. It's good to be back. It's always fun to be here and bring a new thing, share a new idea. So I'm thrilled. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You spend a lot of time in your studio, as this is your professional job and everyday job. So how did you develop this technique? Because it's not something I see anyone else doing.
Well, one of the sort of the hallmarks of my practice is the questioning, what if? What then? Mm-hmm. So trying to think of letting the mosaic suggest to me different ideas, different possibilities. Mm-hmm. And so I got to thinking about the idea of actual texture versus visual texture.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got to thinking about that, and I also had an idea. This mosaic here, there was an idea that I wanted to express, and I wanted to express, I wanted to express it in mosaic, but simply putting pieces together wasn't expressing the idea.
Right.
So it's like I needed to do a process that explored that idea, and this process was born because it completely changed the original mosaic, the appearance, not the structure, but the appearance, the top layer, the visual from a distance and whatever of that mosaic, and expressed the idea that I wanted to express. So that's how it came into being.
And you had to do that by experimenting with like a lot of these new kind of products and materials that maybe some mosaic artists are not familiar with, that you really dive in and show on all of these samples how each one of them can like just tweak something just enough where you're just like, oh yeah, and then you're like, oh yeah. Like
because the what if, right? Yeah. So I did it, this was ceramic, right? This was a very porous, low fire ceramic. So that was my project, my first project doing that. But then that question, that what if, right? What if it was a different product? I mean, what if it was a different material? Would that same thing work? Is it tough enough? Would it, and the question of how much do you impact natural stone? For example, if you're working with these beautiful natural products, how much do you impact the look of the stone itself? Like, how far do you go?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep it looking natural, or do you want to just go, whoa?
Right.
And so all those considerations. So I just went down that rabbit hole and, just began to experiment on different products. And, that's where all of this, that's what you're seeing is in the workshop, is you're going to see all of this, experimentation, the end product of all of that.
Well, I was just going to say, because that's the beauty of it. You've done all the hard work. And now you get to share it with students, and they get to have all the gratification. Because let me tell you, watching her create just some of these sample pieces was like, wait, what? Like, it was so awesome. And the etching of the glass and...
Yeah, because part of the joy is the unexpected.
Yes.
Right? When you expect a material to be one thing, to do one thing, to look a certain way, and if you can transform that material so that it looks different, and then combine the two, like combining shiny glass with glass that's been etched, and then you have two materials. They work together beautifully, but they give a whole different reflectivity. They give a whole different
Which is exactly
look.
This example.
Exactly.
We have the glass as is, and then we have the glass etched, and then the same thing here, but with a different mortar color underneath it. So there's so much covered in this course, and it is such a eye-opening way and like a whole new path. Like, it's just like, oh, I've been making mosaics this way. Oh, wait, now I can go a little bit more that way. Like, it really, you've done such a great service, I think, to people that really want to take on something new like this with the reflectivity and the texture and new colors and materials and toys.
It just adds another, and it's for any type of mosaic that you do, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter what style you do or what materials you use. You're going to find something in here that works, that you can fold into your process, your technique, and, make it your own and just, take off.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this to Mosaic Arts Online.
My pleasure.
I think the students are very lucky.
Thanks.
You bet.